Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Yahweh Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered abroad throughout the four winds from one end of heaven to the other during the transatlantic slave trade and the other captivities concerning the Babylonian, the Assyrian, the Medo-Persian, the Grecian, and the Roman empires or captivities that the Israelites had been scattered into. Shalom. This is Matazah Lacham. I was just having some thoughts. I was skimming through videos this morning, and I saw this video by the brother Ibar Yahweh on his channel. Strongly suggest you go to the brother's channel, subscribe. You know, check out the brother's channel. He's got some very good information, I think. And along with the brother Arrows of Indignation and the other brother at Hopeful Elect 4, I think it is, or 3. And just type them in your YouTube search engine. You need to try to get on this information as quickly as possible because the famine of the word is coming. Esau Edom has decided, in order to get people's mind off the Epstein files, was to censor the different platforms on the internet where he did once before say that he wouldn't do. Agent Orange, what you call him, the last Trump. And so the reason why he's called he's the last president that America's ever going to get. Okay? That's a fact. It don't want to be another one. Fuck that. Okay? So this is just within his first 6 months, and he's passed all these unrighteous laws and decrees. Everything starts to go into effect January 1st, 2026. They want to try to start implementing the radio frequency identification microprocessor to be subcutaneously implanted underneath your skin as a part of their beast system that they're setting up concerning the biometric entry-exit verification system. And the only way to access this system is with the biometric ID. Digital ID the size of a grain of rice to be implemented or implanted underneath your skin. Okay, now they have this thing called plausible deniability. They'll deny it all day long, saying that they're not doing that, when that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, this is the wickedness of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They cannot be changed, man. No matter what you do, how you do it, why you do it. Nothing. Okay, let me read you something. Okay, Genesis chapter 36 verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Verse 9. Esau is the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. Seir means Mount Hairy, right? Did not Esau, as it is written in the biblical scriptures in Genesis 25, that Esau came out red all over like unto an hairy garment? And Seir, by biblical definition, means hairy. Go look for it yourself. You think I'm full of shit? Listen, the best historical evidence therefore shows that the JOOs are not descended directly from the Israelites of the Bible, but derived much of their ancestry from the Khazars and other people of Turkish Asiatic blood. The Khazars are also of Edomite stock. The Khazars come from the Ukraine, Khazaria. Okay, if you look at the president of Ukraine right now, which is not Macron, but that other little midget that Agent Orange had literally cussed out on his worldwide platform when they came asking for help to fight against the Russians. I forget his name. The little weirdo that cross dresses like women. What was his name? Back in the 1950s, did the same thing. He was the head of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and he also was a womanizer, or a guy that likes to wear women's undergarments underneath his three-piece suit with distinguished. He liked wearing high heel shoes. He liked wearing stockings. braziers, and the like. He did. What was his name? I forget his name. Back in the 1950s, his name was J. Edgar Hoover. He liked to wear women's undergarment. Anyway, as I was saying, the best historical evidence therefore shows that the JOOs are not descended directly from the Israelites of the Bible. They are not descended directly from the Israelites of the Bible, but derive much of their ancestry from the Khazars and other people of Turkic Asiatic blood. The Khazars are also of Edomite stock, and both stocks make up the present-day JOOs. As the historian H.G. Wells states, the Idumeans, Edomites, were Jews, JOOs, and a Turkish people, Khazars, were mainly JOOs in South Russia. In South Russia, okay, the land of Rosh, South Russia is Ukraine. The Ukraine is the home of the Caucasus Mountains. Okay? It's the home of the Caucasus Mountains. That's where the term Caucasian comes from. Okay? The main part of Jewry was never in Judea and had never came out of Judea. According to the Jewish Encyclopedia, the original stock of the Khazars came from the land of Edom. Okay? There it is. Big as shit. So, but they'll go into plausible deniability. If I can find it, because I should have put that down. Yep, plausible deniability. I think it's in this one. Hope so. But if it's not, then I will go get the other. Because I've got a lot of different information on these devils. Okay. But this video is concerning identity theft of these devils that actually had the unmitigated audacity, you know, to claim to be the chosen people of the Lord. Okay. These devils, they are an amazing race of animal. I'm telling you. They'll come into your land, steal your natural resources, claim to be you, and pretend to be you. Okay? And do everything they can to pass off that they are you. I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like it. I'm like, God damn, man, you people are amazing. They are the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Only the devil's children, the children of wickedness, would put this madness, put on this facade of their God's chosen people, when they are as far removed as God's chosen people as the sun is removed from the surface of the planet. Okay? It ain't got nothing to do with hate, man. It's the truth. I mean, these people are completely insane, man. And they got the entire world believing that they're God's chosen people. It's, wow. I had to deal with about plausible deniability. Hold on. And then we're going to go into the video. I want to make sure that, where is that? Is this it? Yep. I'll put a bookmark there. Right. Get this up. This is misdirection. This is what Agent Orange is doing right now. Donald Trump, he's misdirecting you from the Epstein's files, and he's putting all kinds of different forms of misdirection out there for you. Misdirection, a noun, the act or process of directing someone in the wrong direction or the wrong place. A magician's ability to manipulate people's attention, thoughts, and memory. How are they doing that? Through skillful manipulation of mainstream media, right? I.e., to lead astray, misguide, or mislead. The action of making people pay attention to the wrong thing, usually intentionally, so that they will not notice something else. Is this not what Donald Trump is doing? That's misdirection. Plausible deniability. That's the reason why he gets up in front of the entire world saying, oh, that Jeffrey Epstein with me involved in that, that's bullshit. Now he's telling the entire world, cussing in front of the entire world, the president of the free world is using vulgarity. He's using vulgar language, opprobrious words, right? Plausible deniability, a situation where someone can deny responsibility or knowledge of wrongdoing, even if it's true, due to a lack of evidence proving the allegation, right? This is what Donald Trump is doing, using misdirection and plausible deniability, right? In other words, it's the ability to convincingly claim ignorance or innocence even when there are strong indications of involvement. Want me to say that again? Plausible deniability, a situation where someone can deny responsibility or knowledge of wrongdoing, even if it's true, due to a lack of evidence proving the allegation. In other words, it's the ability to convincingly claim ignorance or innocence even when there are strong indications of involvement, to be used strategically to avoid responsibility or accountability. Okay, this is diabolical. Diabolical, right? Definition, adjective, a characteristic of the devil, or so evil as to be suggestive of the devil. Disgracefully bad or unpleasant, i.e., extremely evil or cruel. Is not gathering up so-called legal immigrants, whether they do good or whether they do evil, put them on the back of a cargo plane, open the doors of the cargo plane over the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, and push them out in the air. Is this not diabolical? Is this not extremely evil or cruel? Excessive of cruelty? Morally bad? Wrong? A wicked or evil plan or action? Yes, it is. It's diabolical. Okay? And this is where they're coming from with this video. Pay attention.
The reason it matters that Jesus is black, yeah, I know what you're saying. It doesn't matter. It matters, bro. We stole an entire identity from these people.
So they know that they stole an entire identity from the chosen people of the Lord. Let's go get proof on identity theft, shall we? Let's go see if I can find me a picture. I went too fast. Yeah. Hold on. Identity theft. Right? Identity theft. Revelation chapter 1. Let's get it. Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Which of these images fit the description? You want me to say that again? Okay, well, let's go to a different account. Let's go to Ezekiel. Okay, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 10. No, it's chapter 5, verse 10. I think it is. Oh, I'm trying to see. No, it's 10 verse 5, I think. Let me see. I think that's right. Where am I? Ezekiel 10. Okay. Verse 5. And the sound of the cherubim's wings was heard even to the outer court, as the voice of the almighty power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, when he speaketh. And it came to pass that when he had commanded the man clothed with linen, saying, Take fire from between the wheels, from between the cherubims, Then he went in and stood beside the wheels. Hold on, let me see. I think that's... No, that's not it. Wow, damn. I thought that was it. I was could have swore. Okay. Man with linen, cherubims on the house of the stood in, cloud filled the inner court, blah, blah, blah. Some of the cherubims when he speaketh, and it came to pass when the clothes were killing, take fire, right? Okay, and there appeared in the cherubims. They went upon their place, and they stuck in the whole body with their backs, and their hands and their wings, their eyes are full of hand, some wheels, every one of the cherubs 4 faces. And they stood there. Man, okay, then I will just go to the other one then. Okay. Am I in the right book? No, I'm not. It's Daniel. Salakia. I'm sorry. It's like, what? Yeah, I was sure. Daniel. Yeah, it was in book of Daniel. Salakia, everyone. Verse 5. Is it Daniel, chapter 10, verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as a lamp of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. Right? The same thing, right? His arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. Okay? Now, if you take polished brass, okay, as though it's fine brass, polished brass and fine brass is the same, right? Burned in an oven, it's going to come out copper colored. Which one of these individuals fit the descriptions? Which one's copper colored? Which one has color? White is not a color, is it? Okay, it's just white. Everything that, look, let me put it to you this way. I don't mean to sound hateful, but I'm just going to put it to you this way. Just put it out there, okay? In order to be a human being, to be construed as human, hue is in reference to color. Because if you have a hue, hue is like a shading or a coloring in of something, right? So if you are a hue man, you are a colored man. White man is not colored. Therefore, they are not human. That's the reason why they have no conscience when it comes to dealing with indigenous populations of people and committing genocide. Genocide. Gotta say genocide. Can't say the whole word because you'll strike your channel. Take the information down before it gets out there. So, genocide of an indigenous population of people. They're doing it in Gaza. They did it to us. They did it to the indigenous population of people that were already here. The tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh that consists of the North American Indians, the Seminole Indians, and the Cubans. Okay? Did that to them. Wiped them damn near off the face of the fucking earth. Christopher Columbus didn't put his sword down for over 40 years. Okay? All right, let's go get more proof of that. Where was that at? Was that at the beginning? I think that was at the beginning, wasn't it? Let me see. All right, let me go. Is this? Yep. Okay, hold on. Boom. Let's go all the way down here to the top. Or to the bottom. I'm sorry about having all this information out there for you. Alrighty. I think this is it. Yep, this is it. This is what Christopher Columbus says about the Native Americans. They are simple and honest, and exceedingly honest with whatever they have, none of them refusing anything they possess when when he is asked for it, right? None of them refusing anything they possess when he or she is asked for it. They exhibited great love towards all others in preference to themselves. They are the best people in the world, and above all, man, look at Satan, man. You see this shit? They are the best people in the world, and above all, they are the gentlest without knowledge of what is evil. Nor do they murder or steal. They love their neighbors as themselves. And they have the sweetest thought in the world, always laughing. They would make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subjugate them all and make them do whatever we want. Christopher Columbus, in a letter to Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand of Spain, okay, who were Edomites, more than likely, because Christopher Columbus clearly was an Edomite, an Edomite conquistador, okay, and that entire tirade, his entire thing, since I can't find the word, it didn't come to brain right quick. His entire voyage, that's the word I was looking for, and the only reason why he went over there was financed by the Spaniards, right? Who were Edomites, because these Edomites, right? This is during the time of the Renaissance period, the rebirth of the Roman Empire, the empire of the Edomites at that time, right? This is the Renaissance period when Christopher Columbus went over here and stole the land from the people. These are words out of the mouth of Christopher Columbus. They got a month in the year of every year called Columbus Day, and they have a goddamn parade that this goddamn treacherous Neanderthal that subjugated people that didn't even have weapons to fight back and never put down his sword for over 40 years. I'm going to go get some more biblical scriptures on that one. Let's go to Psalms 137. Yep, you knew where I was headed. No, you did. 137, verse 7. Okay. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Right? O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. I've got a picture in here where these goddamn devils actually dashed our children against actual stones. Sure did. I got a picture on that. Let me see. Where is it at? They sure did. Dashed the little babies against the stones. Hung women from trees. All of that, man. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to find it right now, man. Because I know you don't believe it. I just got to show it to you, man. Because seeing is believing, understand? And I do daily searches on the internet to try to find these images. Okay? So this way they would become okay. Here's one. Proof white people are Edomites. Look at the bottom. Roman citizens, right? I can't zoom in right there because it's all blurred out. Okay? But it tells you Afrocentricqueen.me. You can go www. See it on the side over there? Okay. Who are Esau, Edom, Edomites? They are the Romans. Page 94. It tells you where the fuck it is, man. Okay. I'm telling you, man. Right? Okay, pay attention. Mount Seir. Remember? Mount Seir. Genesis at the start of the video. Mount Seir. That's Mount Seir, right? Okay, hold on. Pay attention. Greece. Rome. Hold on. Spain. France. Germany. Russia. Great Britain. And the United States. All of these countries are ran by who? Edomites. Okay. Hold on. Edomite kingdoms, I just showed you. Pay attention. Nazis. Rome. The Nazis. Edom. America. Pay attention to the eagle. That head is always going the same way, isn't it? Right? Hold on. Okay. Real shit. Just telling you, man. Just telling you. Hold on. Let's get some more proofings. Right? Mount Seir. Rome. Great Britain. White House. Oh? Oh, y'all, you like that, huh? Well, that's not fair. You're not being very fair. That a bitch. Here's a picture. Let me see in the background here. Let me see. I got some about the Latinos being smashed. See this picture right here in the center of your screen. I know it's blurred out really, really bad, but that's a baby that he's holding in his hand, and see this little red dot on the little partition up there. He's about to smash that baby on that petition. And what you see here, okay, what you see is people hanging from a tree. This is Christmas to these devils. Okay? Real shit, man. How Mexicans became Catholic. How black folks became Christians. Okay? Real shit. Just telling you. Right? Name the country built on the genocide of one race, the enslavement of another race, and the theft of another's lands. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Name the country built on the genocide of one place, the enslavement of another, and the theft of another's lands. Okay? Are we paying attention? Who are these three guys? You know them. I think you know them, right? Yeah, you know them. You don't give a shit, do you? Right? Slavery for the Israelites. I have this picture out on my street, on the street corners where I preach at all the time. It's out there, big as shit. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They stole everything, man. They stole everything, man. The Edomite said it himself. He stole everything, man. Let's start it over.
The reason it matters that Jesus is black, yeah, I know what you're saying. It doesn't matter. It matters, bro. We stole an entire identity from these people. There was a race that was chosen by God, okay? When God was playing this Sims game, he chose a black character, okay? Because that most closely related and identified with his personality. He wanted to be humble. He wanted to come as a meek person. Bro, the entire Bible is a redemptive story about black people. From going from last to they're going to be first, bro. It's the entire Bible is like the redemption of a race that was being used for slavery since the beginning of time. Think about this. This is why black people are superior to white people. This is why they can run faster. They have harder heads. This is why they can jump higher. They're the chosen race of God. It's so in your face, dude. The Egyptians with the cornrow hair, and now, where are all our Egyptian people, bro? I don't have any Egyptian friends. I've never met an Egyptian, dude. It's like they just disappeared, dude. What happened to that whole race of people? It's black people. Okay? When you read the Bible, the reason it doesn't make sense to you is because you're not replacing the word Jew or Hebrew with black person. Black people. You have the most sacred, beautiful position. You have the biggest shoes to fill. I am so sorry for everything. You'll all see. You'll all see when we get up there. You'll see when we get up there and Juicy J is playing, okay? You'll be like, oh! Oops. Crazy.
Oops. Yeah, ain't gonna be no oops, motherfucker. Let me give you some pictures of what's gonna be. Okay? Let me give you some pictures. I got some pictures in here. Where am I? At the bottom. I got some pictures. Yep. I got pictures of your enslavement, motherfucker. Yep. Hold on. Let me see. I know I got some pictures in here of your enslavement, you Edomite trash. Yep. I got it. I got them pictures. Yep. Where you going to be enslaved? Oh, yeah. Yep. King Charles. Queen Elizabeth. You paying attention? Okay. Yeah, this is what you're going to be doing forever. This is what you're going to be doing forever. On your fucking knees. Oh, yeah. Definitely. All you Edomites. Prince Philip. Look like Prince Philip now. This is Prince Philip now. Boris Johnson look like a trailer trash, don't it? Look just like them. Dress like it now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's coming, buddy. I know I had another one in here where the brother was laughing about the Edomites screaming and hollering in prison. Yeah, he was screaming and hollering. Let me out, please. Let me out. I'll do this. I'll do that. You ain't gonna do a goddamn thing but stay in chains. Yeah. This is the future of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, for what they've done. Okay? Let me go get some biblical scripture. Deuteronomy. I was at Psalms 137, right? I forgot to go back to Psalm 137. Salakia, let's finish it up. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Okay? Happy is the one who takes your babies and smashes them against the rocks. I showed you a picture of doing it. I tried to. It was blurred out, but nothing I could do. Okay, let's go get Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 17. Right? Right? Okay, let's go NLT. O sovereign Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, you made the heavens and earth by your strong hand and powerful arm. Nothing is too hard for you. Verse 18, you show unfailing love to thousands, but you also bring the consequences of one generation's sin upon the next. You are the great and powerful God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Lord of heaven's armies. You have all wisdom and do great and mighty miracles. You see the conduct of all people, and you give them what they deserve. Great in counsel and mighty in work, for thine eyes are open unto all the ways of the sons of men, to give everyone according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. Right? Right? Let's go get some more. Let's go get Ecclesiasticus. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus. Where am I at? Boom. Chapter 41. Right? The children of sinners are abominable children, and they are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. When you ain't around, what are these Edomites talking about? Oh, that fucking nigger at work. I hate that motherfucking nigger. Right? Am I lying? No. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. Okay? Let's go get a perpetual reproach, and so this way you'll understand reproach. R-E-P-R-O-A-C-H. Reproach definition. Reproach. To address someone in such a way as to express disapproval or disappointment. The expression of disapproval or disappointment. Right? Okay? Rebuke, reproof. Okay? What is the biblical meaning of reproach? The Hebrew and Greek words translated in the KJV as reproach contain the idea of shame, disgrace, reviling, upbraiding, chiding, and casting into the teeth. Okay? Shame, disgrace, a perpetual reproach, right? Perpetual reproach means perpetual. Let's go get perpetual, right? Perpetual. Perpetual definition. Right? Never ending or changing. Everlasting. Never ending. Eternal. Permanent. Unending. Endless. Without end. Lasting. Long lasting. Constant. Abiding. Enduring. Perennial. Timeless. Ageless. Deathless. Undying, immortal, unfailing, unchanging, never changing, changeless, unvarying, unfading, invariable, immutable, indissoluble, indestructible, imperishable, sempiternal, perdurable, uninterrupted, continuous, unremitting, unceasing, persistent, unbroken. Okay? Occurring repeatedly, so frequent as to seem endless and uninterrupted. Okay? So, when it says, a perpetual reproach, their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach, means an unending shame. Right? Unending shame. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be of unending shame for his sake. Okay? That wasn't me. That was my great-great-great-grandpappy. My great-great-grandpappy is the one that did them evil things to you guys. That wasn't me. That was the little man. That a bitch. Okay? So, yeah. The 10 tribes of Israel. From Mr. Adair, the following account, or rather, oh shit, okay, well, it just goes off, yeah, I got that from Elder Malcolm. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can find some more proof that you stole land. Right? The Assyrian script Hebrew, right? Chief Joseph Tablet, right? In 1877, Chief Joseph, leader of Nez Perce Native Indian tribe, revealed his ancient artifact to General Nelson A. Miles. It was a pendant. Pay attention. See that? See that? That's the Assyrian star. That's proof that the 10 tribes went into the Assyrian captivity. Right? Finna get it. Hold on. Let's get it. Let's go to 2nd Ezra. Hold on. Where you at? Where you at? 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Boom. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osei, the king whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. Where is this further country? Let's find out where this further country is right quick, okay? Let me see if I can find that further country where never mankind dwelt. Because I got a sign out on the street corners concerning where the 10 tribes went and how they were carried over the waters. If I can find it, I'm just trying to find it, y'all. So this way I can get proof of it for you. That way you can see what I was saying is the truth. Because I mean, these are biblical truths, man. Okay, that these devils, what they did and stole land from us. We stole an entire culture from these people. You keep hearing this all the time of the wickedness of what these fuckers have done. Okay, they stole it. They stole everything, man. Even who they are. They stole white from the dictionary. Damn. These thieving sons of bitches, they can't get enough of stealing shit. Where is that picture at, man? I know it's in here. Because this is where I get all my signs out there on the street corners from. Okay? Because they sure stole it. What's this? Is that it? From the books of the Bible. Okay, no. Let's see. What's that? Okay. In Ezekiel 38. Okay. Salakia. trying to see, where is that picture, man? Oh man, come on. Yep, that's the reason why Donald Trump is gonna bring back the death penalty, right? Just had to throw that in there right quick, so this way you understand what's going on. Yeah, these devils, man, they hate us so much, man. Right? Slavery is in the Bible. Got that out there. Okay? Slavery is Bible prophecy. Okay, hold on. I know that picture's in here. Shit. I just know it is. There's another picture. See? Come on, man. Give me the damn picture, man. Right. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Right? All they took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, to give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Okay? There it is. Boom. I know it is in here. I was getting close. Who are the Native Americans and how did they get to America? 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 40. I just read it, right? The 12 tribes of Israel split into 2 kingdoms. The northern kingdom, today called Latinos and Native Indians, and southern kingdom, today called Negroes. In 2nd Ezra chapter 13, it describes how the northern kingdom was captured out of Israel and carried into slavery in Assyria. They made an agreement amongst themselves to travel to a land where no man dwelt before, so they could practice the commandments. So they entered the Euphrates River, and the Most High guided them to Azareth, today known as the Americas. Okay? God guided them. See that black line? God did that. All the way from Assyria, from the country of Assyria, Middle East, all the way through the Atlantic Ocean, okay, Pacific Ocean, whatever, okay, to Azareth, North America, South America, okay, remember, Brazil, all that, yep. This is it. This is how the Native Americans got there. Okay, let's go back. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osei, the king whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen, and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that there they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely 1.5 years, which is 18 months, and the same region is called Azareth. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, who are us, the southern tribe, the highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may go through. Therefore sowest thou the multitude with peace. Okay? So these are the same people where the northern tribe and the southern tribe will be together. Where I just showed you a picture, right? Where they were oppressed together, right? Oppressed together. Used to beat the black man. You see all those bullet holes in the black man's back? See how they got blood and they took the Indian's eyes, they poked his eyes out so he wouldn't see the horror of these Edomite Caucasians during Christopher Columbus time, raping his wife, raping all of his wives, raping his children, raping everything. Yeah, smashing his babies against the rocks. This is what they did to the indigenous population of people that were here before Christopher Columbus and Amerigo Vespucci came over here and named the land America after themselves. As it is written in Psalms 49:11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Let's get it. I got it memorized, but you need to see it yourself. Right? Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Do they not? Okay? Where was I at? Jeremiah. That's what I was going to go get, and I got sidetracked. Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 17. Did I go too far? O Lord God, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by thy great power and stretched out arm, and there is nothing too hard for thee. Thou showest loving kindness unto thousands, and recompensest the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. So, these Edomite devils, instead of dismantling white privilege and white supremacy, they continue to enjoy living off the benefits of what was done to the indigenous population of people that were already here in America. They have the benefit of 250 to 300 years of free slave labor. Okay? And they have white privilege and white supremacy. They live way out in the fucking suburbs. They get 50% off on every goddamn thing. Now, the Most High has turned the curses of Deuteronomy back upon our enemies, who are Edomites, to whom pertaineth the curses and the recompense of the iniquity of their fathers into their bosom of their children after them. The wickedness that they've done and perpetuated upon where their evil can, and is there not a country or continent or people that their evil has not passed through continually? Right? See? So they got to pay for it, man. It is that simple. Let's go to Psalms chapter 50, verse, what was that? 50, verse 16. Right? But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing as thou hateth instruction, and casteth my words behind thee. Do they not say that the law is done away with? You can do whatever you want to do. Right? Now they're changing that law to Noahide laws to get away from the Constitution of the United States. Okay? They were trying to abolish the Constitution. Once martial law is implemented in the United States, that's what they're trying to do, is implement martial law within the United States. Once they implement martial law, they can push the Insurrection Act and the Enemies Aliens Act of 1798 and start putting people in prison, these FEMA camps, at random. They have over 800 prison camps, FEMA camps in the United States that are up and running, and they already have employees ready to receive prisoners. Where do you think they're going to put the homeless? They're going to detain the homeless under Project Esther, right? They're going to detain the homeless and take the homeless off the street and provide them with drug and alcohol counseling. You wouldn't even do that to your own people. But you push cocaine, crack, fentanyl, and heroin in the black community. But you don't give them the opportunity to to sign up in a drug treatment center. Don't do that. Fuck that. Don't want that. Don't want that in there. Send those niggers to prison so we could use them under the 14th and 16th Amendments. Okay? To build up our country for free. That's more free slave labor for us. Okay? That's the reason why the amendments were put there. They were meant to amend the Constitution. To amend it. To add into. To take away from. Okay? When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, right? And thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. Right? These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such a one as thyself. But I will reprove thee, right? I will shame thee, right? I will reprove, I will rebuke, I will shame thee, and set them, the Israelites, in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget the Most High, lest I tear you in pieces, right? They say, the law's done away with, right? They cast the instructions, God's instruction manual. The instruction manual is basic instruction before leaving earth, an acronym BIBLE, the Bible. It's an instruction manual for the Israelites, but these Edomite Caucasians whitewashed history and changed everything around. I was going to go off into ChatGPT, where these Edomites came from, but I think we've got enough information. I just showed you a bunch of pictures where they come from. I showed you biblical scriptures where they came from. Okay, and this is their punishment. Let's go to Numbers chapter 35 and 33. Right? So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Okay? What is it? Numbers 23. Right? And 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Okay? So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to get revenge on these devils and make them pay for the blood that they had shed in God's chosen people's land of his people. They got to pay for it. Right? So let's go back to more of the pictures, okay, of the proof, okay, that the person they call Jesus Christ is not a white person. If Jesus' hair was like this, his skin looked like this, is from here, then who is this? Who is this? Okay? That's what the Edomite Caucasian devil was talking about, right? That's what he was talking about. Okay? All right. Let's go into more proofs. The false image. Okay? False image of Hamashiach. Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. This image does not portray the description of Hamashiach written in the Bible. This image does not fit the description. This image does not fit the description. Okay? This image is this individual, which is the son of this individual. And this individual is Rodrigo Borgia, also known as Pope Alexander VI. Where did this come from? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 15. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning when he hath made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices, right? All the people that he ruled over as Pope Alexander VI, right? Thus, in process of time and ungodly custom grown strong, evangelical Christianity, where they believe that white Jesus is going to float down from heaven in a dress and push your fudge in and kiss you on the cheeks and tell you how much he loves you after he's filled you with his cream. Okay? Because this individual is the gay homosexual boyfriend of Leonardo da Vinci. Okay? Understand? What does it say? False image of who? Cesare Borgia. Right? Now let's go back. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 15. 16. Thus in process of time an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. This is a graven image. Okay? So, let's go back to more proof that these devils have been changing everything. A focus on the ongoing identity crisis of the American Negro. 1600s, savages. 1700s, natives. 1800s, niggers. 1900s, darkies. 1910, pickaninnies. 1920, coons. 1930, spooks. 1940, boy. 1950, colored. 1960, negroes. 1970s, brothers. 1980s, blacks. 1990s African Americans. Through the years, the black race has been known by many names. In the 1990s, they seized the opportunity to be officially recognized in an undeniably honest way with the collective title African Americans. That's the reason why our people are waking up to who they are, because they want to know who they are and where the fuck they come from. Okay? More proof. Okay? You're Hispanic now, right? Israelite, and your future generations will carry the mark of a slave by having a Spanish last name. Rodriguez, Montes, Serrano, Gonzalez, Gomez, Lopez, right? And ye Israelites shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen Israelites, for the Lord God shall slay thee, Israelites, and call his servants Israelites by another name. Okay? And cut their head off. See? Because the so-called Hispanics were the Native American Indians. Okay, the Latinos were the same people. The tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, who are the North American Indians, the tribe of the Seminole Indians, and the Cubans. Okay? Remember the reverse triangular slave trade. They sent them from here to over there. Okay? Just saying. More proof. Uh-oh. Come out from among them and be ye separate. Right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people, above all people, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Through whitewashing history, the Edomites took our place, stole our name, stole our religious belief system, and called it something else by another name, and said the law was done away with. Okay. Christianity, this abomination, right? This unrighteous law is going against God. Read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 68. Those curses only happen to us and no other nations. Okay? Let's go get 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4. What does it say? Curious, eh? 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Was it? Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness? Okay. Come out of there and be ye separate. Revelation 18 and 4, right? Okay. 2 Corinthians, Revelation, where was we at? Chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached into heaven, and the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hath remembered her iniquities. Who is her? America, Babylon the Great. Mystery Babylon, the mother of harlots, and mistress of witchcrafts. Right? Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double, according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much has she glorified herself and lived deliciously? Right? White privilege and white supremacy. They live on the benefit of the blood that is shed of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. And they live off the benefit of all the slave labor that we built up this country for them. Understand? That's how they live deliciously. In white privilege, white supremacy. Now they have whites only townships now. Sundown towns. They want more sundown towns. Okay? So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who judgeth her. Okay? See? Because the merchants of the earth were made rich by her. Right? They were made rich. The merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. And the countries of the world that Donald Trump has these unrighteous decrees and these wicked tariffs against, all of the heathen nations of the world, are these heathen nations in mourning because nobody's buying their merchandise. You have warehouses in China, in Africa, in Taiwan, in Japan, in Portugal, in Colombia, in Mexico. Okay? You even have warehouses here in America, in the USA, that are closing down because of these tariffs, and people are becoming unemployed by the thousands every second of every day, man. Getting laid the fuck off, getting fired, summary termination of employment just because there's no work to keep them employed. Okay? Yeah. See? So, getting back to the video where the Edomite was talking shit, right? Let's go back and start over where he said it all over again. Uh-oh. We've been lied to. These Edomites have been lied to about God, white privilege, and white supremacy. Okay? I don't think I can get it. It won't go. Okay? I'll just start over here. I don't think it'll let me, though.
The reason it matters that Jesus is black, yeah, I know what you're saying. It doesn't matter. It matters, bro. We stole an entire identity from these people. There was a race that was chosen by God, okay? When God was playing this Sims game, he chose a black character, okay? Because that most closely related and identified with his personality. He wanted to be humble. He wanted to come as a meek person. Bro, the entire Bible is a redemptive story about black people. From going from last to they're going to be first, bro. It's the entire Bible is like the redemption of a race that was being used for slavery since the beginning of time. Think about this. This is why black people are superior to white people. This is why they can run faster. They have harder heads. This is why they can jump higher. They're the chosen race of God. It's so in your face, dude. The Egyptians with the cornrow hair, and now, where are all our Egyptian people, bro? I don't have any Egyptian friends. I've never met an Egyptian, dude. It's like they just disappeared, dude. What happened to that whole race of people? It's black people. Okay? When you read the Bible, the reason it doesn't make sense to you is because you're not replacing the word Jew or Hebrew with black person. Black people. You have the most sacred, beautiful position. You have the biggest shoes to fill. I am so sorry for everything. You'll all see. You'll all see when we get up there. You'll see when we get up there and Juicy J is playing. Okay? You'll be like, oh! Oops! Crazy dude on TikTok was right. It's everywhere in history. White people whitewash history wherever we go. We take that for ourselves. Bro, the Egyptians had electricity, okay? The Luxor, the Black Pyramid that shoots up light into the sky. What do you think that's about, dude? They had electricity, dude. The Nile had all the elements for batteries and electricity, like the copper and the salt water and the limestone and everything. Look up the Djed Towers, dude. Anyway, Jesus is black and he's coming back.
Okay. Okay. Let's go get it. And then I'm going to close it up. John chapter 10. Verse 6. Let's start there. This parable spake Yahushua unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Then said Yahushua unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. Verse 10, and my point. The thief cometh not before to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they, being the Israelites, may have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Did he not shed his blood for the elect of the house of Israel? Found in John chapter, where was I at, man? I didn't have to do that. Go back. John chapter 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me. For they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. And I come to thee, O Holy Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou gavest me have I kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. What scripture? Let's go get it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, which we did. We fell away from the fact that we were the Israelites. I showed you a picture from the 1600s until today, what they've been calling us. They've been calling us everything but an Israelite, right? Okay? And that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Who is the son of perdition? You just heard him bitch whine and complain about it. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. How does he sitteth in the temple? The spiritual tabernacle and temple of the Most High God on earth are his people, the Israelites. By them sitting in that temple, they sit in the minds and hearts of our people as God. That's the reason why 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, because they still believe that Cesare Borgia is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man that loves them to death, that allows them to partake in the LGBTQ plus I plus P community, and to all these other types of wickedness on the face of the earth, in the sight of the Most High God, bringing shame and reproach upon themselves by their enemies, whom they put on a pedestal. Okay? The sons and daughters of perdition. Right? Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know that withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity, whitewashing history, taking over our name, claiming to be something that they're not, as it is written in Revelation chapter 2, verse 9, the synagogue of Satan. Revelation chapter 3, verse 9, those that call themselves JOOs and are not, but do lie. Right? The mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he, being the son of perdition, be taken out of the way. Then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And he's consuming them with the spirit of his mouth, because their own Edomite Caucasian white people, like you saw in the video, are crashing out and coming out with the truth. In addition to that, the Hebrew Israelites that are standing on street corners, risking their lives and freedom, standing boldly before the face of them that have afflicted them, that make a no account of their labors, as it is written in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Okay? That's how, right, the spirit of his mouth is consuming them. Okay? and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay? Now let's go get more on consuming the spirit of his mouth. Let's go get Jeremiah chapter 14. Is it 5? No. Take it back. It's Jeremiah 5. Salakia in 14. Right? Wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. Okay? It shall devour them. Okay? Lo, I will bring a nation upon you from far, O house of Israel, saith the Lord. It is a mighty nation, the nation of the Edomites. It is an ancient nation of Amalek, a nation whose language thou knowest not, right? Neither understandest what they say. Their quiver is an open sepulchre. They are all mighty men. And they shall eat up thine harvest and thy bread, which thy sons and thy daughters should eat. They should eat up thy flocks and thine herds. They shall eat up thy vines and thy fig trees. They shall impoverish thy fenced cities, wherein thou trusted with the sword. Nevertheless, in those days, saith the Lord, I will not make a full end with you. Okay? So the Most High says he's not going to destroy everyone. He will not make a full end with you. Therein you have redemption of the house of Israel by his servants, the prophets, and the elect house of Israel. Okay? As I just read, that in John 17, verse 9, I pray for them, not for the world. So the Most High prays for those individuals found in Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. Right? And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God. So that's the reason why he's not going to make a full end of all Israelites. He's saving a remnant. Okay? That's it. Those that are escaped from Jacob's trouble of the house of Jacob. They're no longer going to stay on Egypt. That's the reason why it was implored to you in the biblical scriptures, come out of her in Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. Come out of the way of Babylon the Great. Come out of and start rehearsing the righteous acts found in Judges chapter 5, verse 11. Before these devils get their hands on you and start hanging you from a tree. Right? Isaiah chapter 10, verse 24. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the power of hosts, O my people that dwellest in Zion, be not afraid of the Assyrian. He shall smite thee with a rod, and shall lift up his staff against thee after the manner of Egypt. For yet a little while, and the indignation shall cease, and mine anger, and their destruction. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rahawah Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect have been scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Yep, like it says in Judges chapter 5, verse 17, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.